Well, good afternoon. It is still Tuesday, July 11th. And as you can see, sailing conditions have changed a little bit. Sailing in the Big O, Lake Okeechobee. A lot of people don't realize how big this lake is. As you can see, you can't see across it. I came from up in that direction and basically cut across about a third of the lake. Now I'm coming around through some banks that'll take me into the town of Clewiston. So I've got a couple more dog legs here. Where is Clewiston? Clewiston should be right about over in here somewhere. So I'll sail up this direction for a couple more miles and turn to port, and then I've got like a 2 or 3 mile sail that would put me over in what they call the Rim Canal. I don't know if I'm going to go in there tonight. If I can get out of the channel as I get closer in, I think I'd rather stay out in the lake tonight, even if it's a little lumpy. If this breeze holds up, it'll keep the mosquitoes away from me. Otherwise, Lake Okeechobee is terrible for mosquitoes. And I've only really I've got screens in the ports, and I've got a screen for the forward hatch. But this whole area here, I would have to close up tight to keep the bugs out, which means I'd get really no airflow through the boat. And it's probably going to be, it's probably 92, 94 degrees right now. It'd be a hot night. So that's sort of the plan. Once I get up here and get in closer, I'm going to see if I can squeak out of the channel without going aground and find a spot to anchor and stay out in the lake for this evening. Of course, there is no swimming. Well, you can't swim. This thing is full of alligators. I mean, when I talk full, I mean thousands and thousands of them. I used to fly out of an airport probably about right back here. And when I'd fly up and down along the banks going out to the fields, I was working for a crop dusting company doing some bird flying. You would just see whole islands that were covered with alligators. Looked like an alligator farm. But they're not. They're just wild, and there are lots of them in here. It's pretty shallow. I think the deepest I seen coming across the lake was about 12 or 13 feet. Most of it is in the 6 to 7 foot range. That's where I'm at right now, is at 7 feet. So, this is the Big O, as they like to call it. Some of the best bass fishing in the world comes out of here. I'm not a bass fisherman, but boy, people come from all over to fish this lake, and they normally fish around the edges of it, I believe. Though there are shallow areas that they go out to, I think up in the northwest corner, where there's a lot of reeds and stuff like that, and they fish those areas for the bass. But anyway, this is the Big O. We're getting closer. I will be at the dock tomorrow, and I needed to get across this lake today to do that. And I will be over here and anchored probably by about 6 tonight. That should give me about 6 hours to get to the dock tomorrow. And we will call it a completed trip. Film is in the can, and it's time. So everybody have a great day, and we'll finish this up tomorrow. Cheers.